I remember when my apathy toward God turned into anger. I was 8 years old, and I remember coming home from school and walking into my grandparents' living room. My entire family was there with swollen faces. I knew something was terribly wrong. My uncle, who was like my best friend, we spent a lot of time together and we were very close, was sick. As the months passed, he got sicker and sicker, and the reality set in that we were going to lose him. When my uncle died, I was devastated and I lashed out at God. God had changed from the passive being I remembered when I went to Sunday school to someone cruel who took away people you loved. When I was in grade 7, I started experiencing mysterious and very intense symptoms. I didn't think it was serious, so I kept it to myself for a long time. One night, I took to Google, which we all know is a bad idea. Words like cancer started popping up, and suddenly I was 8 years old again in my grandparents' living room. I was so afraid. The next 5 years is a blur of blood transfusions, new medications, and misdiagnosis after misdiagnosis. Nothing was working, and I wasn't getting any better. I remember so vividly my worst day during this time. I was in grade 8 and I had just undergone surgery to have uterine masses surgically removed, and I cried for 2 days straight. Everything felt so dark and hopeless, and I couldn't see an end to any of this. During this time, I remember feeling so angry. Through all of it, I tried to be a good person. I got good grades, I volunteered when I could, but I was just constantly pushing down this anger that I had inside me. I pushed all thoughts about God out of my mind because I had decided that everything that was happening to me was proof that He didn't exist. This filled me with hope. I could finally see a glimmer of light at the end of the long, dark tunnel I had been in. I began to feel happier. I had good friends and school was going well. I had some hope for my health and my future, but strangely, I started to realize that something was missing inside of me. My best friend's name is Tori, and she's the cutest, happiest person. For our whole friendship, she's always loved God with everything. Anytime something would work out for me, she would say, "That's God working for you." She has been such a light in my life and is just always so content. Looking back now, it's amazing to me that even when I had convinced myself that God didn't exist, He was reaching out to me through her and showing me His love. Both Tori and my parents would not give up trying to get me to come to Southside. I loved them, but always refused. I even drove Tori to church a few times. I'd drop her off at the front doors and drive away. I remember one Sunday I watched and saw the friendly faces greeting her. I told myself, nope, I'm happy now, I don't need that. But in my heart, I knew that there was something missing in my life. After months of being invited constantly, I decided to try it out. I felt so out of place the first time. I was still so angry. I walked in and was really uncomfortable and felt so awkward. But as soon as Pastor Mike stepped on stage and started speaking, something changed that I can't really describe. I remember him saying, "You have a story, so go tell it." And I thought to myself, yeah, I do. I kept coming back. On my third Sunday, when Pastor Mike asked if anyone wanted to accept Jesus, in my heart I said yes. I was too scared to put my hand up, but it was a yes from me, and I knew that God heard me. After all this time, I finally realized that this is what I was missing from my life. Slowly, this church became a home to me. At Christmas, I got a sunshine box from the church because of my illness, and it made my Christmas so much brighter. I began serving with Tori on the welcome team, and I loved starting my Sunday smiling and welcoming people. Even through so many years of anger, I can see now God made a way for me and led me to a doctor that could help me. Even though it didn't happen as quickly as I thought it should, I know I can trust His perfect plan for my life. After saying yes to Jesus, I have watched my relationships become so much stronger. I have more patience. I know people are going through things and fighting battles. One Sunday, Pastor Mike said this quote, "Be kind. Everyone you meet is fighting a great battle." I love that, and I have made a real effort since then to be kind to everyone I meet. I can honestly say that since I said yes to Jesus, the anger and hurt I have felt for so many years is gone, and instead I am filled with hope. I am looking forward to my future, which for a lot of years I could not say. I'm getting baptized today because it is my next step in my walk with God. I am all in and am so excited for what God has in store for me in the future.